Morning, friends. It's Wednesday today, and Mrs. Hoffman has a story for you. So, we had our surprise today. We have our caterpillars. So, we're going to learn from this book today called From Caterpillar to Butterfly. So, we're going to learn about how caterpillars change as they grow. This is written by Deborah Heligman and illustrated by Barry Weissman. Okay, Mrs. Hoffman's going to put her glasses on. Okay, now we're ready. See if I can get this right. See it. Today, a caterpillar came to school in a jar. It is eating green leaves and it is climbing and wiggling. This tiny caterpillar is going to change. It will change into a beautiful butterfly. So, we're not at school, but we do have our caterpillars and we're going to be watching them just like these boys and girls are in the story. Caterpillars usually turn into butterflies outdoors. They live in gardens and meadows and yards, but we will watch our caterpillar change into a butterfly right here in our classroom. This change is called metamorphosis. So that's an important science word. That means that an animal changes how it looks when it was small or born, and it looks different. Our caterpillar started out as a tiny egg. The mother butterfly laid the egg on the leaf. So here is the tiny egg right here. And butterflies are insects. So we're going to be learning a lot about insects. Butterflies are a type of insect. When the caterpillar hatched out of the egg, it was hungry. It ate its way out of its own eggshell. Then it started to eat green plants right away. A caterpillar's job is to eat and eat and eat, so it will grow and grow and grow. Now, when a caterpillar looks like it does on this picture, it's called a larva. That's the first part of its life cycle. It's called a larva. Each day when we come to school, we look at our caterpillar. Each day it is bigger. So, caterpillars, remember we looked at the different kinds of caterpillars, and they also eat different things. Most of them eat different kinds of leaves. So the caterpillar eats and eats and eats up to 12 to 14 days. So it's very hungry and it eats and eats and eats. Our skin grows with us, but a caterpillar's skin does not grow. When the caterpillar gets too big for its skin, the skin splits down the back. The caterpillar crawls right out of its own skin, and it has new skin underneath. This is called molting. Our caterpillar will molt 4 or 5 times. So the caterpillars in this story are different than the caterpillars that we have. This caterpillar is a little bit bigger, and it will turn into, you will see at the end the type of butterfly it turns into. After many days, our caterpillar is finished growing. It is much bigger than when it first came to school. It is almost as big as my little finger. So the caterpillars have been eating and eating and growing and growing. Our caterpillar is making a special house. First, it makes a button of silk. It uses this button to hang upside down from a twig. Then it molts for the last time. Instead of a new skin, this time there is a hard shell. This shell is called the chrysalis. Our caterpillar will stay inside the chrysalis for a long time. The scientific name for chrysalis is also is called a pupa. That's the next stage in the life cycle. So first the caterpillar is called a larva. Then when it has made its chrysalis, it's now called a pupa. Every day the chrysalis looks the same. We can't see anything happening, but inside the chrysalis our caterpillar is changing. Will our caterpillar ever turn into a butterfly? Will it ever come out of its chrysalis? We can hardly wait, but we do. We wait and wait and wait. Then one day during snack time, somebody shouts, "Look!" And we rush over. The chrysalis is cracking. We see a head, a body, and then wings. It is now a butterfly. The tiny caterpillar who came to school in a jar turned into a painted lady butterfly, which is actually the butterflies that we are going to have from our caterpillars. The caterpillar that the artist drew in this story looks a little different than ours. Our butterfly is damp and crumpled. It hangs on to the chrysalis while its wings flap and flap. Blood pumps into its wings. The wings straighten out and dry. Soon our butterfly will be ready to fly. Our butterfly cannot stay in a jar. It needs to be outside with flowers and grass and trees and other butterflies. It is a warm spring day. I put my finger into the jar. The butterfly sits on my finger. I pull it out and our butterfly goes free. We feel a little sad and a little happy. We watch our butterfly land on a flower. It will sip the flower's nectar through a long coiled tube called a proboscis. Maybe it's a female butterfly. Maybe someday she will lay an egg on a leaf. I know just what will happen then. That egg will hatch into a caterpillar, and that caterpillar will turn into a beautiful butterfly. The painted lady butterflies sip nectar from certain flowers. They like thistle, burdock, zinnia, butterfly bush, and mint. So, different types of butterflies like to go to different types of flowers. How many different kinds of butterflies can you find around your neighborhood? Here are some common ones to look for. So, boys and girls, today, when you are out on your walk, I want you to look and see if you see any butterflies. This is a monarch butterfly right here. This is a black swallowtail butterfly. This is called a cabbage white. This one is called a dog butterfly. This one is called a common blue butterfly. And this one right here is called a buckeye butterfly. So that's the end of our story. So I want you to think today about our caterpillars and how they are going to change and grow. And each day we're going to look at them and see how they look different, see if they are getting bigger. And then we will also watch them make their chrysalis. So it's going to be lots of fun.